Hey guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Please give us a call if you guys are looking to improve your credit score, lower your car payment, buy a car, trade in a car. If you're looking to purchase your first home, if you're looking to purchase a rental property, we can help you. Give us a call today, 877-205-7771. Talk to you guys soon, and thanks again.
Hello, everyone. This is Calvin Russell, CEO and founder of 850 Club Credit Consultation. Hope everyone's doing well today. Today, we're going to talk about, to me, the number one thing that is not discussed when financing a vehicle or taking out an auto loan. And I think that a lot of people don't know I would say, the effects over time of, when financing a vehicle and understanding how important that interest rate actually is. I know people know that they're paying interest, but the difference is trying to understand the window and the short amount of time that a person has to try and refinance a vehicle, or to understand where the money is going, really, during the actual process. Let's just go jump straight into it. We're going to go with a smaller amount here. So this is an auto loan calculator, but we're going to do I have it where it's going to show the amortization of it. Okay. And I'm going to put 20,000. We're going to go 72 months. I know a lot of people, when I was selling cars, a good 80 to 70% of people went with 72 months, which is 6 years. I know in Arizona, it's pretty a big deal to go 84 months. So let's see here. Interest rate, we'll start off with 20%. Okay. I'm going to calculate that, see what that gives us. All right, so you see here the $20,000 amount. The term is 72 months, and then you also see where the 20% interest rate, and this is starting the loan in April of 2019. So that gives you a monthly payment of $479, and then times 72, right? You've turned a $20,000 out the door purchase into $34,492. Now, that's if you keep that same car with the same loan terms, okay? And if you have those same exact auto loan terms, the problem is that you're not giving yourself an opportunity to figure out where your money is going. So we got a couple different things happening here. The yellow right here is the interest, okay? The green is the actual principal. The principal is the actual amount of the that you actually borrowed, okay? And then you have the actual overall balance here that goes down over time. Okay. And then of course this would be, the amount that's actually owed and things of that sort. So let's break that down, because I know you guys kind of get a feel for that. So from that 479 payment, $333 goes towards the interest. Okay. $146 goes towards the balance. Now, we may not know the exact number. I'm talking like in real life, in a real life scenario, if you did not see, like if you did not do a breakdown or an amortization table on the actual auto loan that you took out, right? You know that there's a lot of money going towards interest, and there's only a certain amount going towards the principal. I think that that's like, basic knowledge, right? But I think the problem is that people don't understand over time how long it takes for the majority of the payment to start going towards the actual principal. So for example, you bought the car, in April, right? The balance is now $19,854, right? Now, we're at April 2020. And as you can see, the interest, $301, right? It's better than 333. And this is an exact year. Then you have 178, but only a little bit more is going towards the principal. And to top it off, you've only brought down a $20,000 loan down to $17,904, guys. Do you see that difference? And it's been an entire year. Now, the worst part about this is that you still have the negative equity, not just because of the interest rate, but because of the amount that a person drives. So we're not even talking about if a person does, driving for Amazon, Uber, Lyft, DoorDash, whatever you want to do, right? We're talking about just traditional equity. Now, a lot of people say, well, it loses value as soon as it drives off the lot anyway. Yeah, but I mean, not that much. Not like this. This is why I tell people they have to refinance immediately, immediately, because otherwise you're going to be stuck in this car. You don't want to be stuck in the car, right? Let's go into another year. Now we're in 2 years in, right? And more is still going to the interest than it is the actual principal. So, and then look at how much interest you pay. You pay more interest than you've done, than the actual principal, right? Still looking at April. That puts us at 15,526. Now, we don't know what type of car this is. We don't know how many miles is on it. We don't know the trim, if it got sunroof, if it got leather. All that stuff plays a role if you're looking to trade the vehicle in, or if you're looking to refinance, they really just look at, what type of vehicle it is, and they kind of go by a payoff. They're really lenient, when you're looking to refinance a car. But this is why I tell people you need to try to refinance a car in less than the first year. Now, realistically, depending on how what your credit is, but if you've had 9 to 12 on-time payments and you're doing other things to improve your credit score, I don't see why a person wouldn't be able to either take out a personal loan and swap that out for their auto loan, right? Or do a traditional auto loan refinance. When I've done videos on how to do both, okay? But this kind of breaks down the numbers on where we are and how much is actually going towards the actual principal and the interest, right? Then we go into it's not until the third year, first off, not that you're necessarily breaking even, because we don't know again what type of car it is, but that more of the payment is starting to go towards the actual principal, right? And you're still paying in interest. So half of your monthly payment is still going to interest on year three. Half of your payment. Okay. Now you guys get where this is going, right? You keep seeing it, you keep seeing it, you keep seeing it. And then it's not until you damn near done paying for the car that you're still paying $100 a month in just interest because you kept that 20% interest rate, right? So let's go ahead and change those numbers real quick. Instead of 20%, let's just use, I'll just keep the video short. We'll go 5%, right? I was gonna show you guys 10, but who wants to beat a dead horse? All right, so the payment, of course, is down tremendously to 322. Okay, we get that part. But you can also see this colorful breakdown. I like how they did this. And that yellow is interest. So you're already starting off with a very short amount of interest on the car, right? So majority of it is going towards the principal. And you're paying off the car same speed, but the thing about it is that not that many people are in your pockets. You're talking a couple dollars difference, makes a difference here. You come out the gate with majority of your payment going towards the principal, so that plays a major role, in the entire process. So you start at 20,000, the balance is immediately dropping down about, a couple $100 every single month, just so that you're keeping it. So let's say, for example, April, right? You start where you need to start at. And then let's say April, a year later, you're now at 16,000. Guys, that's major. Okay. What's that? So 16 and some change. Let's just say 17, right? So remember when we were at when we was at 20% and we was here, we only went down like about 2 grand. In this case, it's going down, well over the 2 grand amount. Okay, matter of fact, I forgot the number actually. So let's just go back here. So April 2020, we are at 16,817. Okay, 16,817. Now let's go back and we're gonna see here April 2020, right? So we was at 16,817. Now you're talking about 17,900. That's a $1,000 difference just by having a lower interest rate. You guys get where I'm going? And then so we're not even talking about how soon you can break even, all the other options that you may have, right? So we got that 2020. So we're at 16,800. Let's go another year. April 2021, right? Only $58. At this point now, a dollar every month is going down less into interest, right? Maybe a little bit more, as you can see, $2 there. But now you're talking about 13,000. Man, that's going down like $3,000 a year just by keeping just by having a better interest rate. Are you all picking up on this? This is major because this determines a lot of different things. This is how people are always upside down so much because they keep holding on to these cars with the same term. Now, granted, are people driving more? I would say so. They're picking up these side hustles and things of that sort. There's nothing wrong with that, never knocking it. But you have to make sure that your contract terms are the best. This is the number one thing that no one talks about when they're talking about buying a car. Everyone talks about depreciation, everyone got everything figured out. Well, unless somebody gives you a car or you plan on walking, ain't no way around it. So then people always say, we know what should I lease or should I buy? There's nothing wrong with either or. I mean, you got to drive somewhere, right? And then Uber is not, it's not, it's not cheap. We were in California, they got the whole little scooter thing. That was pretty cool. But let's be honest, most people they're going to want to drive a nice distance, and they're going to want to have a car, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. But now you put yourself in a position where you can get out of something very quickly. Then we go into April, 2022. We're talking $45, guys. It's going towards the interest. Now, granted, can you buy a car without having an interest rate? Absolutely. That's mainly on newer vehicles, brand new vehicles to be exact, right? And then it goes into if qualifying, and usually you could be a 650 and qualify for 0% or 0.9 or 1.9 or whatever, right? And so now we're talking 10,000, and that's just what's that? That's just year three. So 3 years have gone by and you've paid off half of the vehicle, right? With the last scenario, you didn't pay off half the vehicle. Okay. So just little things like that play a major role. And you're talking about someone who's now in an equity position. They're in an equity position by being by having the car a little bit over 2 years. I've seen it, guys. People that drive regular, miles or a little bit less. So its averages 1,000 miles a month, or about what is that about? Yeah, so 1,000 miles, so 12,000 miles a year, 15,000 miles a year. That's normally average 15,000 less, somewhere in that range. That's what the whole phrase oil change every 3,000 or 3 months, right? But now these cars are lasting longer, so a lot of times these cars will need 2, 3 oil changes a year, if that now. But my point is that this is one of the things that people do not discuss, and that's going into the amortization, table, calculator, whatever you want to call it, is understanding how much is going towards the interest and how much is going towards the principal. Either way, don't want to hold you guys up too much longer. You guys can see where the numbers are going all the way down to the last year, where you're talking, they're making pennies off of you at that point, right? And you're now in a very strong equity position, and that car is worth more than what you owe on it instead of being upside down. This shows you how fast you got to get out of that contract, guys. Anytime it's a double digit, I don't care if it's 10%, you want to do your absolute best to get out of that contract. You can keep the car, okay? But your credit has to be at a certain point. Just because you got approved for, you got the car, you're making payments on time. I see it all the time. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? So I never thought about refinancing my car. And granted, again, people don't know what they don't know. So, and that's what my team and I, that's what we're there for. So either way, if you guys like this video, like it, you want to share it. And as always, be sure to subscribe, as we have nothing but great content on the way. Thank you guys so much. Have a great day.